Hi! I am outside on a sunny day in my summer attire, no makeup, my favorite dress on, and just working away. Today's rant is about what ifs and also what would you do? What ifs? A question I do not recommend you ask yourself, and yet it's a question I get all the time. So I get a lot of calls by people who are thinking about the adoption process or really have even made the decision to move forward, but have gone through every possible scenario in their head and ask me, what if? What if we get matched with the birth mother and then XYZ happens? What if the baby is born with something wrong? What if we get matched and then we meet her and don't like her? What if we think we're getting a boy and then end up with a girl? What if there's a million what ifs, right? What if we're only open to Caucasian with no drugs? What if we're not open to marijuana smoking? What if, right? You could drive yourself crazy with what ifs, and I would warn you that you're walking down a path of, I don't know, not a good one. I mean, that's just fear coming and bubbling up. I would ask yourself, what if you end up with the perfect situation? What if you're more open to a relationship with the birth mom that you even thought you were open to when you first started? What if some of the drug exposures aren't as bad as you think they are? What if you change your mind and you are open to more than you thought you were going to be open to? So I would challenge you to start asking the what ifs with a slightly more positive twist. There is no way that you can compare two different situations. Every situation out there of a match, of an adoption journey, is different. There are no two alike. You can drive yourself up a wall with what ifs and seeing all the possible negatives that could happen. What if there's a fall through? What if we lose money? What if? You get the point. There's a lot of things that could go wrong, a lot of things that could go right, but at a certain point, you have to decide, do you really want to be a parent? And is your heart open to adoption, open to a child that won't be biologically yours, and that may be taking you down a different path than maybe you originally thought? And if the answer is yes to those, then you gotta let go and trust. Trust in the universe, trust in God, trust in source, whatever you believe in, that you will be guided, and trust in your team, in the team that you put around you to help guide you down this adoption path. And then let go and trust that it's all gonna work out the way it's supposed to, and it's gonna be okay. And you're gonna be okay with the way it works out. So I advise you not to go down the path of what if, but to ask yourself, and there's what ifs in any situation in life, right? We could be stopped in fear with anything that we decide to do in life. Everything's a risk. There are some risks that are more calculated than others. And I gotta tell you, in adoption, you have a lot of choices. You have choices, okay? So it's not like you're gonna be stuck with a situation that you are not prepared to handle. You have choices. So try your hardest not to go down the path, especially before you have pulled that trigger to take the first steps. You know you want to adopt, or you know it doesn't feel right for you. Don't let all the other mind junk play tricks on you, because that's all it is. The other thing is, what would you do? So these are two biggies that I got this week, and they come up a lot, but I know you can't make the decision for me, but what would you do? I know you can't make the decision for me, but is this normal? And people really trying to get an answer from me to guide them on what to do. And I can't do that. I can't do that for a number of reasons. But first and foremost, what's okay for me might not be okay for you, and vice versa. What's okay for you might not be okay for me. So why would it be fair to impart my values and my thoughts on you? Yes, I will guide you deeply into making sure that you have seen all of the details, making sure you're okay with those details, making sure that you are asking all the right questions. But I can't answer the question for you, what would you do? A lot of the adoption journey is going with your gut and trusting the decisions that you make. It's also about taking some risks. Some of them are calculated, and some you just have to put caution to the wind and know in your heart and in your gut and in your soul that it's all going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. And in the end, you're going to be a parent. Okay? Trust in yourself, trust in the team that you put around you, trust in the adoption process, because it works. And while there may be some rough patches and a lot of questioning, it's a beautiful path to take.